Hello, everybody. How's your afternoon? Or morning? Or, how's your, day? Kicking back in my favorite easy chair? Or, kick back chair? Drinking, Dr. Pepper, which is my favorite. Well, welcome to the Blockhead Podcast. Number 1. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things, especially in the future. I'm going to be different topics, different things, different things. So, I want to start with, swatting. You ever heard of swatting? I'm not sure about the specifics about doing swatting. Like, if you're going to do it to somebody, I'm not sure how that works, but I'm aware of it, though. It's fucked up. Beyond belief. Basically, somehow they get your address. They get your address, and they find out where's they call your local police station and say that and pretend to be you. They pretend to be you, and say that there's something going down in your house. I'm not sure what they say, but it's something that bad. It has to be something that serious to get the SWAT sent down to your house. And basically, they break down your doors. They subdue you and everybody who's in the house. Even though it's not your fault, right? You didn't call the police. You didn't say there's I don't know what the Swatters call. They probably say, oh, there's shots fired or there's something dangerous going on. Something along the lines of that. Something close to that. And also, the SWAT team, they have the right to shoot your dogs, your animals. If they keep barking and growling, or doing anything like that, I believe they have the right to do that. I could be wrong. Depends what state you live in. But I hear all the time these guys shooting dogs because they're barking, growling, and. But basically, this is the main reason why I didn't want to do live streaming. And there seemed to be there's no end to it. Like, how can you prevent this? Well, I saw a video by a YouTuber called Barnacules Nerdgasm. Go check out his channel. And he has a video. He has a video about advice for swatters. I mean, he has advice for how to avoid swatters. Maybe I'll put the link in the description of this video to that video. Anyways, basically, what you gotta do is get a hold of your local police station and set up a 911 password. That way, when someone tries to swat you, they call the 911 and the operator will ask them. The operator will ask them, "What's your password?" And they're not gonna know it. So the SWAT team won't get sent to your house. It won't go any further than the phone call, basically. I really implore all of you, especially if you're a live streamer, to do this. Go to the police station and create a 911 password. Go do it. 'Cause I am. And it's a fucked up situation. And I keep seeing videos about these guys the people who do this, they do the swatting, they're going to prison. They go to jail. These little assholes think that because it's the internet, it's faceless, These little assholes think they can just get away with it. They think they're smarter than everybody. But when the police find them, man, it's they go to jail. I'm not sure. I haven't really read up on this on so many people that get caught for this, but I know they go to prison or a juvenile hall or something. And if you really think about it, I mean, I like to add one thing I like to add. Mostly people who do this are teenagers and young adults. People who do the swatting. And if you think about it, these people live in their sheltered little homes with their mommy and daddy, or they live in an apartment, a cushy apartment, and then they go on the computer and they hack or they do whatever they do. They SWAT, they troll, and I think there's no responsibilities. There's no responsibilities at all. They say that's what they think because of the internet. And these assholes are not thinking what's gonna happen to you when you get caught, because you will get caught eventually. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to these people? And you gotta think about what kind of life are they living? They probably have to go to school, or they have a job, or they just do this all day. Go home to mommy and daddy and troll on the computer. They seem to have a sheltered life, most likely. Now take that life and thrust them into a jail cell, a prison cell, or a juvenile hall cell, and that's going to be very jarring. Going from the suburban life or city life to jail. Think about it. Almost think about it like if it's you who's going to jail. That's pretty fucking terrifying. And these ass clowns are not even taking that in consideration. And they're just they're setting themselves up for a big fall. They're literally fucking themselves. And I really wish these people would think about what they're doing. And of course, this is never going to end. It's going to keep. I know, when you get to a certain age, people are not going to stop. People are people, and people are fucked up. So it's just going to be like a new generation that's going to take over when when other people go to jail. There's going to be this new generation that pops up and is going to do it, and another generation, and another generation, of dumbasses who think they can just do whatever they want. Let me get comfortable real quick. Drinking some soda. My squeaky chair. If you hear those squeaky noises, it's my chair. My throat's getting dry too easily. And anyways. And also, when they get thrusted into prison, mostly people are teenagers. Or like young adults. You better learn how to fight. You better learn how to fight. Because, what if, I don't know how long do they sentence these people? They give them, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years? I'm not sure how that works. But you imagine if some of these guys, sorry, I say guys, I know girls do this too. Some of these individuals who do this, they're probably just scrawny little 20-year-old or scrawny little 17-year-old. And you think you're gonna fight off rapists and psychos in jail? Because a lot of people think, I bet so many people think, so what? I get caught. I'm under 18. I'm gonna go to juvenile hall. It's gonna be a cakewalk. No. You know where you're going? You're just going to like a junior version of a prison, a juvenile hall, whatever they call it, juvenile detention center, or a borstal. I think in the UK they call it borstals. You're going there, and it's basically the same thing as prison, except that it's a bunch of minors. That's all it is. The same shit that happens in prison happens there. Unless you have some kind of powerful friends, or your daddy plays golf with some lawyer, a lawyer buddy, and he'll get you off or get you a light sentence. Unless you got that, but not everybody has that kind of influence or power, Because I know if I did that, I'm going to fucking prison. Or I'm going to, if I was under 18, I would go to those disgusting juvenile camps, or whatever they call them. Let's call it juvenile prison. Anyways, and what if you get like 10 years or 5 years? That's a long time of fighting off rapists. Before I get into that, like I said, you're in a suburban or city life with mommy and daddy, or your little cushy apartment, and you're trolling on your computer, and all of a sudden you get caught and you're in fucking prison, or you're in a juvenile prison. Now think. You're used to having probably a nice life, probably a decent life, or a good life, somewhat good life. And all of a sudden, you're thrown into a fucking cage with mental defects, what do you call it? Sickos, rapists, murderers, sick fucks all around. And how is that? Your environment, that's going to be your environment for 5, 7, whatever, 20 years, or whatever, how long they give these people their sentencing. Think about that. You go from eating oatmeal and watching YouTube and doing whatever you want. You go to that to getting a gang raped in the shower. You know what I'm saying? And it's an ugly subject matter. I don't like talking or thinking about this shit, but I feel like not many people are talking about this kind of stuff. You know, it's like those guys who have problem with drinking and they go to all these campuses and talk about their experiences, their near death experiences, kind of like that. I think you need to be more of that. People who did stuff with internet like hacking or they went to jail, and you need people to do that more. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that still happens. There's probably a name for it, like a program. People who had ex-cons or ex thieves, and they talk to college students and talk to high schoolers and tell them don't do this, don't do that, or like drugs, like ex-drug dealers and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a name for it, but I haven't been in school. I graduated high school in 2002, so that's the last time I've been in school. So I forgot what they call it. Some kind of program. Did they take everybody and put them in the auditorium or the gym? Not gym, where they play basketball. The bench, the bleachers. And they gave somebody a microphone and, oh, I got in an accident and I was drinking and I killed my friend, that kind of thing. Anyways. But yeah, what kind of environment? Compared to make a comparison to their environment before they go to jail or juvenile hall and to after. It's going to be very scary. And a lot of people who do this kind of stuff, or they do internet stalk, they do internet stalk. We call it stalking, like internet stalking. And a lot of people are teenagers, and they're gonna go to juvenile hall and they're gonna think it's gonna be a cakewalk. And no, all the vile stuff you hear about prisons, the same thing happens in juvenile hall. Don't kid yourself. If you're watching this and you do this shit, don't kid yourself. Anyways, just think about the gravity of the situation. You go from having a nice life, all of a sudden the jail cell doors slam like that. Sorry if that was too loud, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. The jail door slams, and then you hear screams and yells from people. You hear all kinds of bad things being spoken to you. Everybody wants to hurt you. That's all it takes in juvenile hall or prison. They take one look at you, and that's all it takes. And then someone wants to stab you, or someone wants to rape you, or someone wants to. You get my point. Now, me personally, I've never been to jail. I've never been to jail. I've never been to prison. I've never been to juvenile hall or any of that shit. But I know what goes on. I'm not a moron, I know it's not a nice place. Anyways, but think about it. Take some time, turn your TV off, turn your game off, turn your YouTube off, and think about it. Think about it. The other sad thing is, parents are not really teaching their kids about this kind of stuff. Because they think their kids are fucking angels. And not every kid out there is a fucking angel. And, the thing is, some parents are fucking borderline retarded. Retarded. And, because they think by not telling their kids about the real world, they think that's sheltering them. They think they're sheltering their kids from the world, the harsh, cruel world. But actually, you're making it worse. Parents are making it worse by not telling about all this injustice and all this stuff that happens in jail or just in life. That's why you got a lot of fucking idiots out there. Idiots in their 20s or 30s or they're in their teens or they're little kids who don't know shit about anything. They don't know about the world they live in. They only know the little cute little white picket fence neighborhood, Or even if they think that, okay, yeah, the city's kind of fucked up or this little part of the town's kind of ghetto, but they don't know about prison. They don't know about if you don't stand up for yourself in prison, you're basically gonna be everybody's bitch. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but yeah, parents are not teaching their kids about this stuff, and they get in trouble in the future, or they have drug problems, and they go to jail, and then a lot of people don't find out about what goes on in jail until they're there. I remember hearing a story from this one skateboarder guy. I forgot his name, but it's on YouTube. It was Dwayne Peters. He's like a punk rock singer guy, but he was a skateboarder. It's a video of someone recording with his story when he first went to jail in LA. He was like 17, 18, no, he was 19. And he didn't know anything about rapes. He didn't know anything about gangs. He didn't know anything about like feudal gangs who don't like each other, you know, like Crips and Bloods. He didn't know nothing about that. And then he was also having withdrawal from drugs. He needed a what do you call it when you have drugs and you don't take it, like like cocaine and something, and you get all weird. That was happening too. And he said he didn't know that he didn't know that he thought that all people of race get along, like all the Mexicans get along because they're Mexicans. Yeah. So he was on the bus. These two black guys. These not black. Sorry, not black guys. I forgot. These two guys were. I forgot what he said. And these are his words. Yeah, the two black guys were basically just threatening each other, and he was freaking out because he thought people of race all get along together. You know what I'm saying? Like all the blacks get along with the blacks, all the whites get along with the whites. No, it was like a Crips and Blood thing, and he was freaking out. Like if these guys are like at each other's throats and they're the same color of skin, what do you think they're gonna do to me? You know, that's what he was basically saying. But anyways, yeah, people are setting themselves up for a big fall, and they don't even know it. Their parents are not teaching them anything. Their parents are teaching them to be like sheep, you know. They're protecting them from all the real stuff. They're protecting them from the world, but you're also making them stupid, you know, because they do not know about street smarts, you know. They don't know about stuff like that. And then they go out in the real world and they see how it is, and yeah, it's terrifying. It's like you're on a different planet, and all of a sudden you realize, oh shit, this is insane. I'm in an insane asylum, you know. Anyways, but yeah, just think about it. What's gonna happen to you when you go to jail? And also, even if you know how to fight, how long? You say you get like five years, even 1 year. How long can you fight off a group of guys or a group of people that want to hurt you? Just say, for example, someone gets like 5 years in prison, or even in juvie. How long can you fend off or fight off 7 guys that want to gang rape you every day? How long can you fight them off? You might successfully do it here and there, but how long? Every day? That's gonna be fucking tiring, and gonna be a huge strain. And one day they might just get some more people with them, and then they'll get you. So think about that. It's an ugly subject matter, very fucking ugly. You know, and I see a lot of teenagers and young adults walking around like they're badass. And believe me, man, you you don't know shit. That's why I'm gonna suggest some movies and TV shows. Like if you're listening to this or watching this and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, Alex? Now, hey, Romancing the Impulse, what are you talking about? Well, do some research. Go on YouTube or Google. Google what I'm talking about. You know, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I have some suggestions. Something to watch that will open your fucking eyes. Check out the TV show called Oz. O-Z. Like to spell it, Oz. The prison show, yes. I only caught it like twice. And that's all I need to see. The movie called Bad Boys with Sean Penn. Not the action movie. It's a crime drama type of movie. Sean Penn plays, it's from the early 80s. Sean Penn plays a thug who goes to one of these juvenile prisons. And boy, do they show how it really is. Even though it is 1983, but I can imagine it's the same thing now. It's just like prison. You know, there's different groups of people in there. There's right, you know, they throw you in with the mental people. The mental people have mental problems. They throw you in with the rapists. They throw you in there with the killers and, you know, thugs. That movie, there's certain parts of that movie is very hard to watch. It's very real. It's so scary that it's real, you know? The other movie is called Scum, for like 1981 or no 1979 with Ray Winstone. He's in a lot of movies. Ray Winstone. This is when he was younger, but he's in a lot of movies. I can name a few like the Departed, the crime drama. He was Jack Nicholson's like right hand man, Mister something White. No, I forgot his name. He had like a weird name, and he was in the recent Indiana Jones movie, the one that everybody hates. But this one, out of all of these movies and TV shows I'm talking about, this is the hardest one to watch. Basically, Ray Winstone's character is a young offender, and at the beginning of the movie, basically his first day there, his first day at this juvenile whatever. Oh, over there in the UK they call it Borstal. So this is his first day at the Borstal, and he realized that the place is fucking corrupt. All the I don't know what they call it over there in the UK, but you're like a the guy who runs the whole show or the whole place. What do you call it? I can't remember. It starts with the W. But all the guards, all the higher ups in the prisons and in the Borstals, they're all corrupt in this movie, and that's that happens in real life. But in the movie, they're all corrupt, and it's fucking brutal. I say Scum. It's called Scum. Scume. I'm sorry. Scum. Like Scum. Yeah. Check it out. I highly recommend it. It's a fucking great movie, but it's very hard to watch. Fucking, it's so goddamn real. It's so real. It's like it's almost better than Scared Straight. You remember Scared Straight? It's like Scared Straight. So that Scared Straight is real. Like that's really people. Scum is a movie with actors, but goddamn, it's real and it's brutal and it's unsettling. And they don't turn away from certain things that happens in the movie. Like the camera doesn't just move away. It's fucking brutal. It gotta be the most brutal movie I ever seen in my life. And yeah, certain things that happen to characters in the movie, and they don't look away. Like I said, the camera did not look away. You see everything, and it's beyond brutal. Yeah, that was about Borstals in the UK in the late 70s. But I believe it was a TV movie, which baffles me. The movie is so goddamn brutal. They showed it on TV? Or was it cable TV? I don't know. But go check it out. It's on DVD. I don't know about Blu-ray, but it's on DVD. It's part of a box set from that director. I forgot his name. He made this other movie that's fucking amazing. It's called Made in Britain. And it was with his name's one of his first movies. Mr. Orange from Reservoir Dogs. I can't remember his name, but it was his first movie, and he gives a chilling fucking performance as this really intensely smart neo-Nazi dude. It's called Made in England. No, Made in Britain. Sorry, Made in Britain. The dude who played Mr. I know his name, but it just escapes me right now. But he's Mr. Orange from Reservoir Dogs. And I'm trying to think what else he's in. He's in other movies too. Anyways. But yes, check out Scum. That's a movie. These movies and shows I'm talking about, they should really show us the kids. Like they're not really for kids, but they should show them the kids and teenagers. You say you want to see, you want to see how the world is. You want to, I know it's kind of a hard thing to say because kids shouldn't be watching this stuff. But they need to know about the real world, man, because these kids are being sheltered and being dumbed up, and they get out in the real world and they fuck up, There's tumbling out there, Anyways, but these are the kind of movies that they should show to youngsters and say, hey, you want to be this certain way? You want to do this stuff? You want to be a badass? This is what happened to badass. Watch these movies, And how much you want to bet after they watch these movies, they're gonna fucking change their life? Of course, not everybody does, obviously, but some will. It's fucking scary. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And let's say these dudes who do the swatting and the hacking, let's say they do the time. and they get out. Not everybody who gets out of prison and juvenile prisons change their lives and become a businessman and become a remarkable person in society. No. Some of them go to jail or prison or whatever, have bad things happen to them, then they get out of prison and they can't handle it. They either kill themselves or they kill other people or they hurt other people and do worse things. Because I always watch documentaries about serial killers and stuff like that. I can't name any of them, but there's some that you hear that, yeah, they were this, they were that when they were a little kid. They were molested or this, or they went to jail and something bad happened to them. They got out and they started killing kids or started killing people. They started doing this, doing that. And who pays for this? Society does. Because when they get out, they're going to do even worse things. They're going to pick on children. They're going to pick on women. They're going to pick on whoever, you know? And society is going to pay for it, unfortunately. Society will continue to suffer. Because some parents either is overbearing, or they're overprotecting their kid, or they're not doing that enough. It's kind of weird. Parents are either overprotective, or they're not protective at all. They say, fuck you, do whatever you want. You know? There's some parents who are like that. They'll house you, they'll clothe you, they'll feed you, but they won't. But as far as talking to you, making sure you're alright in your head, they won't do it. You know, they'll just sit there and watch TV, or they won't even pay no attention to you, to the kids. And your kids are out in the streets, wild in the streets, you know. So it's either they're overbearing or overprotective, or they're opposite of that. And I understand there is some parents who actually do their job, and this still happens. I understand. Ugh, my throat's getting dry. Picked the wrong day to do a podcast when my throat's all dry. Anyways, Dr. Pepper went down good. I love Dr. Pepper. But yeah, if you're watching this and you do stuff like this, you gotta think about it. Think about it, because you're just hurting yourself. That's all you're doing. And you're hurting other people too. Other than that, just get a 911 password if you want to get into live streaming. That way they can't swat you. But thank you, Barnacules, Nerdgasm. Sorry. Barnacules or Barnacles Nerdgasm. Check out his channel. I'll probably put the link to the video in the description. Do you have to ask permission for that? 'Cause I'm new to this YouTube stuff, so I don't know if you have to ask permission. I don't think so. I don't think so, because I'm helping him. If you're interested in seeing this video, you're gonna click on that link and he's gonna get more views. So it makes sense. Okay, what's next on the docket? Okay. I've been thinking about this for a while now. When I was working, I worked 8 years at Walmart, and I got sick. It made me sick of how these places are filled with conformists. You know, just because you work a shit job doesn't mean you have to act like a slave. You know, it's slave work. It's slavery practically. But you don't have to cop a shit attitude all the time. You know. Anyways, I used to think, like, I wonder if I quit when I was working there for 8 years. In those 8 years, I would always think, like, I wonder. I tend to ponder, if I decide to quit, these people that were kind of nice to me, like coworkers and my managers, see, they're nice to me now. But if I quit or lose my job, are they such conformists that they'll just act like I don't exist because they assume that I got a better job, so I moved on, and they're stuck back. They're still there, stuck. You know. Because some people, they can't just quit. They got families to support. They got sick parents to support. They got bills or whatever, you know. And so when I did quit, I noticed. Here's the thing: I worked at Walmart, so sometimes I would go back there just to shop, buy some games, some groceries. I go back there and I noticed like 80% of people that would talk to me. Like I said, let me make this perfectly clear. We were not friends. We're just coworkers, people you talk to. People that talk to you and talk to them, you shoot the shit in the break room, but you're not friends. You know, it didn't go outside of the store. I mean, the job. Anyways, one time I was in the store after like a month after I left. I was in there buying something, and this one chick who was like a sub manager. Walmart has their own language. They call it ZMS or CSM or whatever the fuck they call it. But excuse me. We're in the same aisle, and this chick always talked to me too. She was real nice to me and everything. We're in the same aisle, right? And I'm grabbing something, and I notice she's there, and then she didn't say a word. Now, I don't give a shit. I'm not butthurt. No, I'm not butthurt. I don't give a shit either way. But I am an observer. I am, you know, I am a person who observes stuff like that. I'm a deep thinker, so I did acknowledge that. I did take into consideration, like, what did that mean, you know? I'll entertain the idea. What did that mean? And I was thinking about stuff I used to think years ago. Like, I wonder if I quit, like I was saying earlier, if I quit the job, would everybody start talking to me? Stop talking to me? Or are they such slaves or conformists that they would just, you know, like, I'm a ghost now? Like, I'm dead? Like, I don't exist anymore because I don't work at Walmart? So I was just thinking about that. And then this other coworker that I used to talk to and I had him on Facebook, he ended up deleting me. And I don't care. We're not friends. But I was like, it just proves me right. It just how you say um they're strengthening my argument. You know what I'm saying? They're giving me ammunition. My gut instincts were right. When I quit this fucking job, they're gonna basically, oh, Alex doesn't exist anymore. So if they see me outside of anything, they're not gonna say anything. Cause they assume that I got a better job, and you know I'm over here, and they're still stuck in the same job. That's how they see it. It's so feeble, you know. It's so pathetic. This is something I just think about, you know, when I got nothing better to do. I'm in between jobs right now, so I got time to think, time to ponder about this stuff. But yeah, I just think it's pathetic, you know. Be a human being. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna make the podcast. I want to make it at least 40 minutes or 50 minutes or something like that. I'm not sure how long. I'm not sure if YouTube's gonna let me upload these for that long. Cause I'll do them long, like an hour or something. But let me know in the comments too if you want them longer or shorter. Of course you can't please everybody, but definitely I will make them shorter, and sometimes I'll make them longer. We'll see if YouTube allows it. By the way, if you have any comments or questions, go to the comment section. Let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up. But yeah, it's funny that ex-coworkers can't deny your existence. It's like you're a ghost. You know, you're practically dead. It's pretty funny. Another thing I want to talk about that's game related. I keep hearing that the PlayStation 5 is going to be released like next year, mid next year. Really? I don't know about that. I know it's a rumor. Most likely it's a rumor, but what if it's true? What about all the people who bought a PS4 Pro? Wasn't that released like last year or something like that? Yeah, that's crazy. My gut instincts is telling me that it should be released in 2020. You know, I don't even have a PS4, a regular PS4 yet. I want to get one pretty soon. I'm considering it because I have a friend who plays on there online, and I would like to play with him online. And we all know playing online with friends is a lot better than just playing online with people you don't know. But you know, some people were saying it's gonna be like a more powerful PS4. That's all it's gonna be, right? I mean, I guess. Like it's just gonna be a PlayStation Pro. You know, it's gonna be like a PlayStation a tad more powerful PlayStation 4 Pro. Who knows? For Sony's sake, I hope it's not true. Please, Sony, give us a few more years. Some of us don't have a PS4 yet. Give us a few more years. You know, don't make the mistake that Sega made back in the day. Cause Sega made some stupid fucking decisions back in the day, and we all know what they are, so I don't have to really say it. The stuff that they did with the 32X and the Sega Saturn, dumb decision they made with that. They were coming out with like these different little things, and people were gonna buy it like the okay, you got a Sega Genesis, and people were gonna go buy a Sega Genesis, a Sega CD, a Sega 32X, a 32X, and then all of a sudden they're gonna buy a Sega Saturn. That's a lot of money, you know, and it's a lot of bad decisions Sega made, but they all make bad decisions. They all do. No one's perfect. Nintendo made some dumb decisions. Xbox made dumb decisions. Sega and PlayStation, they all made dumb decisions. I just hope it won't cripple them. I have a PS3, so I enjoy having a PS3. So I really do enjoy it. So I hope Sony smartens up. And if you hear my kitty cat, hi kitty. You say hi, everybody. Say hi. I don't know if you can hear her purr. But yeah, I'm gonna do more of these in the future. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna call it the Blockhead Podcast because I love Gumby. Remember the bad guys were called Blockheads, and they had actual blockheads. Hi, Kiki. I'm gonna do these probably almost every day. Not every day, but maybe like a few times a week. Or we'll see. We'll see. Cause I don't want to just do one every day because I'm forced to. Like I'm forcing it. Oh, today on the podcast I'm gonna talk. I don't want to sound. I don't want to drone like that. Just droning. Or just babbling. Oh, I am babbling right now, but I'm inspired to do this. I'm inspired. But yeah, thank you for listening, watching. Thank you. Have a great day.